It's me, Ryan from Ryan Studios, and I'm back with another video. And today we are reviewing the LEGO Star Wars Imperial Patrol Battle Pack set 75207, and is recommended for ages 6 to 12. Has 4 minifigures and 99 pieces. And now we're gonna get straight into the minifigures. As always, see, this is the Imperial Patrol, or the Range Trooper, and I really like this helmet design with all the black detailing. It looks amazing. Obviously, it is very similar to the new helmets in 2019, and yes, I know this is a 2018 set, and I got it for clearance. Actually, if I just focus right here, I got it for clearance for $7.48 at Target. So, just they're on sale. I know they were $3 at one point actually, which I should have hopped on. I probably would have gotten like 4 or 5 of them if they were still $3. But of course they weren't. So I do like this helmet piece. You can see all of its glory. I really like this minifigure. As you can see, it has the famous angry clone face that everyone hates. On the chest here, there's a different kind of design than a regular Stormtrooper plate. As you see right here is a normal Stormtrooper, so it's vastly different than the normal Stormtrooper. They do have the stud shooters, which I wish they would stop using. And instead of the donut and 2 Twinkie design, on the back they have a kind of a control panel with maybe a vent. And of course they have the utility belt on the waist area that does continue on to this waist piece. And I don't like the kind of how it's kind of like chopped out. Maybe I might Sharpie it over to make it look a bit more smoother. As you can see, they also have black here, which doesn't look good because it's not dual molded, which I wish they would do. And then there's the printing, and then it's like chopped half off, which I hate. But overall, I think this is a good 7 out of 10 minifigure. Just some of the printing on the legs and the torso that kind of doesn't make me too, like the It's not like a Godric Gryffindor minifigure or anything. It's just, very normal. And now we're going to get onto the Technician. This is the Technician, and she has this really nice helmet piece, which is a kind of folded up version of a Death Star Trooper helmet or whatever. I don't know if that's actually what it is. But as you see, she actually does have 2 faces. This has the strap on it and more of just a normal basic look, and this one's battle ready, and I don't know why she has a blaster. She's a Technician. I would see that she would end up riding one of these speeders. That's what I would display it as, unless I made Imperial mocking, But I do like this design. This was definitely from Rogue One, like the same kind of general design. I'll show you. It has that kind of gap thing right there, and it kind of goes down. It's the same kind of design. It's also similar to a Death Trooper as well. And yes, I do have like so many minifigures set out. Yeah, it's very similar to a Death Trooper. But yeah, this is the minifigure, black legs, and no donut and 2 Twinkies. But I do like the printing, though not the worst minifigure to have. But you definitely, if you were to buy 10 of these, you definitely wouldn't want to have 10 Technicians. As you can see, this is the Imperial Officer, and I do really like this minifigure. Unlike most people, I actually like the Officer, and if this would focus for once, that would be a miracle. As you can see, this is the Imperial Officer, and like every other stupid minifigure, they have the dumb stud shooters, which somehow just went completely over my head, and I was shooting it down. I don't know, some magic or something. But as you see, I actually do like this minifigure. It's very nice. Unlike most people, I actually like the Officer minifigures. Don't really know why. They're not the worst in the world. I would rather have an extra Officer instead of a Technician, as you see right there. But he does have good gray printing right here. Very nice gray printing. So detailed. So detailed. I really wish they could keep doing this. He does have a belt right here which continues, and he has this reflective gray, or not gray, but shiny printing right here to kind of buckle the belt. And he also has a classic Imperial kind of torso, and on the back, as you see, there's just a little ruffle. He does have this classic Imperial hat as well, and I don't know why there's a circle. I think it's supposed to represent the Imperial logo. If this would actually load. I think that's what it's supposed to represent, but of course, LEGO decided to be lazy and to not include that. No offense. They do have this really nice face print, which has bushy eyebrows and sideburns with a mustache and a goatee. A lot of facial hair. And I don't like how they don't have any hair on the back. I really wish they'd start making hat and hair molds. I know they have very few in the line of pieces, but I really do think that they should look into doing that, because I think it's a good quality of life aspect that they should have that instead of having two separate pieces for a minifigure hair. And of course it doesn't really matter, like for this minifigure, like why does it matter, but for like say like a main character, it makes sense to include kind of a dual hat and hair piece. I think that would really make LEGO stand out a bit more, especially if they're minifigures. And yeah, now for now that we're done with the minifigures, as you can see, this is the speeder, and this is a very nice design. I really like the angle that they have the sides of it on. As you can see, this side is almost symmetrical to the other side, which has an extra shooter on it, which I really it's pretty nice. I don't like the stud shooters on it. I think it should be without these stud shooters, but it just generally looks nice. I do like this 1x1 circular circle plate tile thing, and it has the Imperial logo. Of course, you get 2 in the set and also an extra, and since I have 2 of this set, I have a total of 6, which is really nice for Imperial mocks. As you see, they have this triangle piece, and it is angled on these Technic plate things. They're pretty weird, but they do make it look very nice and sleek on the sides. I really wish it was more tiled, because in the movie I remember that they're extremely smooth, but as you can see on the back, they do have these translucent light blue dome pieces that are sometimes used for lights. In this case, it's used for the engine of the speeder. And this is a very nice set to go along with the Han Solo's land speeder and the Moloch's land speeder as well, to have that Corellian chase setup. This is my only Solo set that I have, other than the the second one. So I don't have Moloch's land speeder or any other land speeder, but yeah. So as you see, there is a plate that has half of it with studs and half of it with a tiled piece, so that you could easily fit a minifigure onto it. But of course, you have to take off the shooter and put them here. And there are actually 2 of these, and they're supposed to be handles, or kind of, handles, so that they could hold on to it and steer the bike. And there's also stud shooters, general stud shooters, you never see them again. So yeah, there's also a grid tile here as well, and a just this like telephone rod piece, not a telephone, but like an antenna rod on these clips. And the side is the same, except it doesn't have the rod. So I do like the set. Of course, I don't like this minifigure. This would be good to have if you're making a huge Death Star mock, where there would be a bunch of these guys. And also, I know that people don't like the officer that are included in the battle packs, but I don't really mind getting them either, because officers aren't the worst to have, as long as they look generally good. So that is it for this review, guys. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.